Hi guys, to another session of community lessons about Salesforce. And as you know, we are trying to find shortcuts or easy solutions for Salesforce frequent asked questions or some uh, tips for our developers or Salesforce administrators. And today we are going to talk about utility class. I have been getting some questions from you guys about utility class and wrapper class as well. Probably next week we'll be talking about wrapper class, but today our topic is utility class. First of all, what is a utility class? Utility class is repeatedly used class. Like if in your business you need to do something several times repeatedly, like for example, selecting the community, or sometimes you may need to do something again and again repeatedly. So to avoid repetition, or to avoid like a certain set of code again and again, we are creating utility class so that this utility class will help us to be fast. And we are just going to call this class to do this logic instead of creating again, instead of writing all this class again inside another class. So instead, we are just going to call the utility class from our other class. It can be Flow, it can be Apex class, or it can be a LWC component. So just when we need something to be done again and again, just we are creating a utility class and we are calling this class again and again. And today we are going to see how it looks like and how generally the scenario that we are going to need utility class in Salesforce. So I have a scenario for that. For example, sending an email in Salesforce is a bunch of code, not too difficult. However, it's not easy, just one line of code. It is some line of bunch of code. So I'm going to create a utility class for sending an email to our customers or our staff in the company. And then I am going to call this class from another class so that we are going to understand why we want to use utility class instead of writing the same class again and again. So first of all, let's create a utility class and just let's create a logic to send a single email message to our customers. For that, as you know, I opened my developer console here, and I'm going to create a new Apex class. Let's put a name, my utility. So my util or utility, sometimes we say just util or utility class is the same. My util class, I created here. So what I'm going to do here is just sending an email. So just let's create our method here, send email. And but of course it is a method. So what we do for method, we say public static and void for now, because I don't want to return anything, and send email parameters and my curly brace and here. So this is my method. What I want to do here is just, I want to send an email. If you don't know how to create a class to send an email, because there's a bunch of code, maybe you may not remember each time, you don't need to memorize all of them. But you can just search, Google it, you will find something. For example, if I search, I will find one of them. Okay, let me bring it here. For example, this one here, you can see it. So I think this will be okay. If I want to send single email, this is okay for me because I'm going to send a single email. If you want to use template, email template, you can use the other one. So this is when you are using email template in your Salesforce org, you can use this one. But if you want to just send email by your text, short email without template, you can use this format. So you can find this template, these samples anywhere in internet. When you Google it, you will find it. So I'm going to copy this one. So let me copy. Actually, I copy it and I'm going to use in my class under my method. Paste here. Of course, I don't need all of them because I have my class already. I have my method already. I will remove this part. And so this is messaging service. It's okay. We can leave it. And I have this one as well. I can leave it. And actually, the first one, I don't need capacity. Actually, we can avoid it. So let me remove it. This is enough for me. So this line is important. Like messaging is working as a class. It's already out of box, a native class in Salesforce. So just we are calling this class and just send our email with this. And I have some parameters here because I'm going to use to address, CC address or BCC address. And I have some functions, some methods, how to set my CC address, how to set my to address, how to set others. Let me use all of them like this. So these are not compulsory. You can just use some of them, or you can leave it like this. If you want to use all of them, you can use. Now, and finally, messaging to send my email, I'm going to use this one. Of course, there are some extra parentheses I'm going to remove. I'm okay now. Okay, now, what is next step here? Let's see what is our problem here. So I'm going to set it here anyway. Now, let me see what I miss. Anyway, so it's coming from here probably because I don't need this way. I can use instead just string. This one too. And put a single string here. And this is main text, blah, blah. Anyway, we are coming from up to down, step by step. So what I'm going to do here is, see, I copied this part from internet and just I'm using this template. So messaging, single email message, that is just, I want to use initiate, just this is instance of sending email. And then I put some parameters. This parameter is to address, CC address, BCC address. For example, I will, BCC address will be to my big boss. Big boss, just example. So CC address, let's say my boss. So boss example, and this is my customer, let's say. So I'm going to send my email to the customer, and I want my boss to see what I sent to customer, and any email sent to customer seen by big boss, but nobody knows that big boss seeing my email. That's why I put in BCC address. CC address will be seen. So the problem is coming from this string because I have to use this kind of string here. Okay, and I put my address. I set my address. I hope there is no problem. So why I did use here the array, the list, instead of just string? Because I may some more customer. If I want to add more customer here, I can make it another email like customer 1 and also customer 2, because this is a list. So I can make 2 customer. That is why I can make 2 customers, because this is a list. Same way here, you can put extra email for your CC address as well. So I'm done for my address, but I have not used it yet. So next, set to address my mail. This is my mail dot set to address. So I am putting to address just from here, because I put parameter from up. It means my to address will be this to address. So customers. If I set CC address, it is another function, another method. This is my mail.set CC address. I want to assign this address, which is boss at example. And BCC address is this one, so. Also, you can set reply to. So in case if customer wants to reply to this email, they can reply to this address. So it is also another feature for Salesforce email, and we can use this one. And also display name, we can say display name, anything, and subject, then body. This is email body, and also HTML body. So this usually we use the same body, because this is copied from here anyway. This is not our today's topic, just I'm showing how to send email. Anyway, so let's try. I want to put an email here, which is real email, so that I want to see if it is working or not. So that's why I want to put my email here. Let me put 234. And as a second customer, anyway, let me put it here. I will put 100 Salesforce at Gmail. Okay, gmail.com. Now, I want to, I guess I am going to get an email when I run this class. How to run this class? Firstly, I save the class. Let me save it. Okay, I saved. And from anonymous windows, I want to call this class. How to call any class? If your class is static or your method is static, you don't need to make instance. You can call directly. But if your class is not static, you need to make an instance. How to make an instance? Instance, usually we call the class like this. And we can say just something like run equal new myutil and parameters. And then next, just under this class, I want to call the method. What is method name is here. So this is my method name. Okay, that's all. So when I run this class, let's see, static method cannot be referenced from non-static context. So as I said, since this is static method, so it is telling me that you don't need to do this one. So just saying me. So, okay, if it is so, I don't need to this one. So just what I will do is instead of doing this one, I will just get reference of class directly like this. Okay. So it is working. And as you can read here, so you got some detail, blah, 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 blah. So let's see if I get my email. Let's refresh my email. See, it's here. So I got my email. This email has been sent through Apex, and the subject is an email from Salesforce, and the label or who sent the sender name is Salesforce support, blah, blah. So everything I put is here. It is working well. That's good. However, this is not the best way, or is not good way to do this, because I can make it differently. Like, first of all, I should not put like static email address inside the code. I have to get reference from somewhere so that it will be dynamic, right? For example, boss is, or big boss is already in the company. We know their addresses. That is why I want to put it directly here. Like, so for that, we can use custom labels. Let me find the custom label. My custom labels is here. So under custom labels, I can put my boss email. Like, let's create a new custom label, and description will be boss email. Okay. Name will be boss email, and the value will be, let me put my email for now, at gmail.com, and save it. With this, I saved my boss email here, and I can take reference. Instead of writing this way, I can just make it differently. For example, I don't need to use it here. Instead, just I'm going to put it here. How? I referenced from here BCC address. However, I will remove this one, and I can make it different, like system dot label name. What is my label name? Boss email, right? Boss email. So with this, I am taking reference of boss email from custom label. So anyone in the company, it can be a developer or Salesforce administrator, can change this email if boss changed his email, or if boss changed another one. So just you can change this email. So you don't need to touch your code again. So that's why we are using this. Same way, we can change the big boss email as well. So custom label again, and let's put big boss. Big boss email, and another one, dot Salesforce at gmail.com. I hope it's correct. Okay, and in the code, I think I put for big boss. I have to change it. Let me use this one for this one. Okay, and this one will be big boss. Okay, now big boss is here, and I don't need this again. Okay, only customer emails are coming from user, but still it is not good this way, but you can do this way as well. Let's see what's problem. Let me, method doesn't exist with, okay, messaging single email. This is a problem. Let me change it differently. Instead, what if I use it here? System dot label dot was, okay, let me use this one. Okay, I can use this way. So what I do instead, just I refer it from here, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, because I didn't put string here. Anyway, I could make it here as well, but it can work like this as well. Anyway, both is possible. Let me make it like this. And I could make it just string here. Wait, let me change it here. Instead, I will use this one. Okay, copy it and paste here. Okay, and I will change this one to this one. Okay, what I did here is just I put my reference, my label to this I assigned to CC address, and I referred CC address here. The same thing, nothing changed here. So, but still, I don't put any email address statically here. I want it to be dynamic. Now, the last thing remain is here. I don't want to use this email here, but I want to give this email from user side or from different way. This time I can't use label because it's not fixed address. Customer may change and different customers are coming. That's why I have to find another way. What I will do this time is I want to make it parameters from the user directly. So parameter I will put here and I will use it here. So parameters is string, and since it's a list of string, I can make it array, like list of string, and give a name. What is name? To address, right? To address. Yes, to address. So with this, I am just taking string list from the customer and from the user, and I am referring it here. But it should be same with this name. That's why let me use two addresses as it here. Okay. And it will be coming here. And of course, I don't need to use this part again because these two addresses will be coming to here, two addresses. Or let me change like this so that you will understand very well. These are same. This two address coming from user is used here, assigned to set to the address. That's why I want to use it here. And I have to comment out this one again. I don't need to use this again because I don't want to make it dynamic. I'm static. So it is dynamic coming from the user. What happened here? To address this address, correct, right? Did I miss any part here? Yeah, it should be string list, right? String array, and the name is address, and I want to use it here. Set to address. It is address. Yes, it's correct. Let me save it again. Okay, and that is I missed. What I missed? Sorry, I can't see my mistake here. Unexpected token here. Yeah, it should be a string list. You're correct. Yes. If I make it just string. Okay, string to address. Interesting. New messaging. Okay, sorry. Let me change. It's my bad. I try to give parameter, but I just use here instead of method here. I'm sorry. It is my bad. So what I will do is I have to put it in parameter like here, right? It is string because parameter should come from here. Yes, I'm sorry for that. And here I'm giving a name like to address, and this to address should come to here, to address. Okay, equals, okay, I don't need to use this one. I will use this one, right? Okay, it should be okay now. Let me save. Okay, that's okay now. So what I'm doing, sorry, I pass parameter here instead of here. It's my bad. So I just want to pass parameter from method so that these parameters should come directly through this method directly inside and assign to this parameter, this variable, and this variable is used here. So I don't need any email address directly here. So I can delete this line. So as you see, there is no any address, any static address inside the code. Everything will come from outside. Two of them is coming from label, custom label, and some of them, one or more of them, will come from the user directly. Okay, let's call our class again. So this time, again, I'm calling this way, but I have to give parameter this time because this parameter will come here. That's why I'm going to put string here. What string I'm putting? Of course, it should be an email. What is email address? So you can just say anything like customer email. I say customer, or let me put my email so that we can see before at gmail.com. You can put more. Since it's a list, you can make more, but this also would be enough. Now, I am just running. What happened? Should I put here just new? Why is this saying like this? Sometimes it's annoying, right? So I'm sending a list of string, right? List of string, and I can make it like this and like this. So this can be also another way making this. Let me execute. Oh, it is working now. I will explain what's the difference between these two. So I got my email. As you see here, again, as you see here, I see another email again, the same email. And as a boss here, I got this email. So anyway, my class is working. So what I did here in anonymous windows, let me show it again. So when I put directly string, it is telling me that you have to send a list of string, not just a string. That's why I have to do differently. But still, I put a list of string. If I want to add more, I can make it like this and add another email like ABC or abc at email.com, for example, something like this. So it will be okay. So I did send already email. So this is one part of my aim today. I achieved to send email from outside without putting any email inside the code. However, my aim is that I don't want to repeat this class each time. For example, if I want to send an email with different logic, for example, I have to do something, some other logic, then if logic is true, send an email. If not, don't send an email, something like this. So should I write all these things again and again? No. here is where I need utility class. So my util class or utility class can be used, can be called from another class. Let me create another class now. And this class will be, let's say, util condition. Something like this. I don't know what you can give better name. So under this util condition, I have, of course, one method, which is public static and void. And let's say email condition and parameters. That's all. So here I have an email condition method here. But under this, I have some logic. Let's say I have like if condition, and if condition, let's say there is a keyword, let's say keyword, and this keyword is if it's equal to something. For example, if keyword is send, then I will send email. This is my aim. And else if, and I say if the keyword is, let me say, don't send, or let me say differently, send to boss. Let me say something like this. Send to boss. Do something. And else, I will say, don't send. Okay? Don't do anything. So here, of course, keyword is not defined here. I have to make keyword. Keyword will be here as a string and keyword. So what I want to do here is, according to these conditions, I will send email to someone, to other person, or I will not send according to this keyword. So that is why I have to put something, some logic inside this. How to put email, how to send an email, I will make it here. Of course, we have seen how to send email easily, like this one. So that's why I will copy this part. Of course, it will not be too long like this. Anyway, I will put it here. So I am calling my util class and my util class method, which is send email, and I pass my parameters here with this. So if I want to send email to customer, so I can make this way. Of course, again, I can also get email address from user. So I don't want to make it too long, but you can make different logic. And also, if I want to send email to the boss, then I will not use this way. Just I will change the email address to differently, like system.label. So it should be dot. Okay, dot label dot, what was it? Boss email, right? Boss email should be correct. Let's save it. Okay. Now that's okay. Else, don't send anything. Just system dot debug. Yes. And I will say, okay, do not send email. Something like this. Anyway, we can make it like this. So as you can understand here, if I pass parameter as just send, my boss will get an email. sorry, my customers will get the email. Or let me say send customer. Send to customer. If I say send to customer, customer will get an email. If I say send to boss, boss will get email. If I say nothing or something else, nobody will get an email. Okay, so let's save it and call this class from anonymous windows. To call this class from anonymous windows, as you can guess, I'm going to call this class dot this method name and parameter. What is my parameter here? Parameter is a string. So either I should say this one or something else. If I say something else different from these two, automatically this will be executed. Okay. Before I run the class, you can also put some system debug here. System.debug. My class is not working well. Anyway, and I will say email sent to the customer. Okay. And if it is this one, I will say email sent to the boss. That's all. I saved it. And now, of course, I have to put a string here. What string? Let me put send to customer. Customer. Okay. Let's run. Okay. And debug only. Email sent to the customer. And of course, I am one of the customer, and I got one email as well. It is here. As you see, I got 3 email now. So it is here. It is coming. If I put another one, like send to the boss and run again. Let's see. I got in my email sent to boss. If I say something else differently, for example, without parameter, what if I send without parameter? Is asking because it's required. I have to put at least something. I can make empty string and execute. Empty string, of course, it should come to the else part and do not send email. So I got this part. So it is working. So with this, what we understand, if I don't have this utility class, if I didn't have this one, I had to rewrite, I had to copy all of this, and put under each of them. Here, here, if I have more, I have to copy again and again, and I have to change some part again and again. So instead, just I can call my class, utility class, and I can easily send an email. You can think it for different purpose, for different business logic. It cannot be an email. Email is easy, you may think, but it can be thousand lines of code, very long code, and you are using very frequently. Like for some classes, you need to use that logic. You don't need to rewrite all these parts, hundreds of lines again and again. Instead, you can just call that class from your new class to complete your logic. We call this logic utility class in Salesforce. So I hope you understand this part. And next week, we are going to talk about the other part, as I said earlier, is wrapper class. So wrapper class is also really important, and I have a lot of questions from you guys, and that's why see you next week to talk about wrapper class. Thank you.